Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to On the Road. So I know y'all probably thought this channel was dead, and for a minute there it was. Yeah, I had a couple decisions that I had to make about what exactly I wanted to do from here on out, or well, from that point on out. Yeah, I was making money. Yeah, I was home every weekend. Or well, I had went from being home every weekend to being home once a month for 4 days, just to make more money. And it was great. I will say this: it was good. Everything was all right. Everything was going great. Truck was doing fine. Y'all know I had problems with that truck. Uh, the loads were good. Hey, Justin, I'm actually originally from Texas. Right now, I'm up in here in Oklahoma. I'm working right now. Uh, but everything was going good over there. But you know what? I decided, I need something more. I want something more. I want more experience. I want to be more diverse. I want to be able to be that guy that says, you know what? I know how to pull that trailer. I know how to do that kind of work. Basically, I wanted the experience. And lo and behold, I said, you know what? I want to go out and I want to get my tanker endorsement. I want to start hauling tankers. I want to start doing everything that I want to do, or that I wanted to do. And this is what I'm hauling now. Yes, you do not need your tanker endorsement for this. Uh, if you're hauling water, you're hauling crude oil, you're hauling gas, you're hauling liquids, stuff like that, then yes, you do need your tanker endorsement. I'm hauling sand. I'm hauling frac sand now for Stevens Tanker Division. Uh, it did not take me too long to get in here, guys. To be honest with you, it took me. Let's see. I left Swift, and I was basically at home for 2 weeks. Yes, I know that seems like a long time, but you know what? All their orientation was booked up, which is usually a good thing. When a company tells you, hey, you know what? You have to wait 2 weeks to be able to for us to get you an orientation. That's usually a good sign. Hey, you know what? There's a lot of people going to that company. There's a lot of people wanting to see, hey, what is that all about? So I decided, you know what? Yeah, okay. 2 weeks, yes, it is a long time. Yes, it is a little bit without money. But you know what? It's okay because my last check from Swift came out to almost $2,400. Why? I had bonuses. I had loads that were on that check. I had some per diem on that check, and I had a couple other things on that check, reimbursements and stuff like that came back to me. But the biggest thing that helped me out was that $2,400 for 2 weeks. I did not. I did have a little bit of trouble keeping that money in my pocket. You got bills to pay and stuff for my daughter, stuff like that. But I was like, you know what? It's all right. Money comes and goes. Money is meant to be spent. So I was like, you know what? That's whatever. So I was in orientation in Dallas, Mesquite, Texas, for Stevens Tanker from Monday. Well, basically it's 4 days in Dallas. All right, 3 days in Dallas, basically, Mesquite, Dallas area. It was 3 days up there for orientation. And then they said, okay, you know what? Once you passed all the paperwork, once you did everything that you needed to do, get fit tested, make sure you're in compliance with OSHA regulations. Right now, I'm not really in compliance. I need to get in compliance. Actually, as a matter of fact, after I shoot this, I'm gonna go inside and get me a shave real quick. But you need to be in OSHA compliance. Shaving is one of them. It's mandatory, especially if you're working South Texas, because we have what's called H2S in our wells. For some of y'all out there in the oil field, y'all know this. Or for somebody that's out there that's done their research on this stuff, y'all know what H2S is hydrogen sulfide. That stuff comes out of the ground, gets in your system, you could end up dead. Just simple as that. It kind of smells like rotten eggs for a minute, and then after a while you lose your sense of smell, and you could possibly end up dead. To be honest with you, that's just straight how they told us. They showed us videos on it and stuff like that too. So what I'm gonna do, actually, instead of getting into too much detail about that and getting into too much detail about my pay, and stuff like that. We'll touch on that. Trust me, we'll touch on that. I'm gonna show you how to work this trailer actually. Yes, I had a little bit of problems learning myself, so maybe there's somebody out there like me that had a hard time learning how to get this trailer going and how to make sure all your stuff was right. So, you know what? The first thing I'm gonna do, there's a hatch right here somewhere. You see that metal box right there? I'm gonna open that up real quick. Boom, gauges. You got nothing but gauges right there. You got, of course, they're labeled. Well, on the Mack trailers, they're labeled, or they should be labeled. It's tank pressure, you got your line pressure, and then this gauge right here that's not labeled, this actually shows you when you're loaded, it's all the way up here. The needle's all the way up here at 60. When you're not loaded, as you can tell, it's all the way down there at the bottom. So, first thing you want to do when you're at the well side is you want to open that up. Okay? Then you want to go and start your PTO. I'm not going to get into that right now. You're also going to want to connect your hose. You got your blower right here. This is your hose that you're going to connect. You're going to connect this hose from here. There's another coupling on the end of this line that's in this cone to here. This actually comes off. I'm not going to take it off right now because it's a pain in the butt to take it off. It goes connected to here. Once you turn on that PTO, that blower's going to start going. That blower starts going, your pressure starts building up in your tank. So remember back what I was saying before. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave this box open over here. That way I can just give you all reference point. I don't have to be opening and closing it, opening and closing it. As a matter of fact, it's going to have to stay open anyway. So you see this line pressure gauge right here? You got three different types of stuff that you're blowing into. You got your Sand Kings, which are regular trailers. They're flat down. You got your Sand Castles, which are trailers, but they're straight up. And they're big round bales, or big round, like, silos kind of thing. And then you got your silos, which y'all know what a silo is. I'm assuming y'all know what a silo is. When you're blowing into Sand Kings and Sand Castles, you want to make sure that this needle is literally no more between that 9 and that 10. Well, the line is 9, and then of course you see where 10's at. You don't want to go over 10. Now, when you're blowing into silos, you can go over 10. You can go up to around 15. You don't want to go higher than that. You know, that's basically one of the ways that you can get that stuff blown off quickly. So now that you have your pressure up, well, actually, let me tell you this. You're gonna hook up your hose, turn on your PTO, pressurize the trailer, and by pressurizing the trailer, this is what you're gonna do. This is your top air valve. These are on Mack trailers only, so if you have other trailers, you might want to go look somewhere else for another video because I don't have those trailers with me, and I honestly, it's all the same concept, basically, but you want to get to another trailer. Get a Mack. They're honestly a lot easier. So you got your top air here. Your PTO is on. You want to start filling up the trailer. Boom. That's all you got to do. Turn your top air with the pipe. That's how you know it's open. Now your top air is filling up. Your gauge is going. Your gauge is going. Your gauge is going. Get up to 8 psi. Close your top air completely. Do not leave it open. Close it. Because then now you got to take time to open your proportioning valve. Or, in other words, your straight pipe that goes all the way to the bottom. As you can see, it connects to these hoppers. It's connecting. It's connecting back there. So, you want to open that up. And then, now the next thing you do after you open that up, you don't want to just leave it open. Well, yeah, you want to leave it open, but you don't want to leave it open without doing this. You get to your middle hopper, right? Your number 2. You open up that hopper. Just open it up and leave it like that. Now, you check over here at your line gauge. Go back to your line gauge and you check it. You make sure that when you open up your line pressure, it's going to be up around here, around that 10 marker. It's going to be around there if you're blowing between 8 and 10. Go ahead and open that up and get that blowing. Once it starts blowing, leave it. Just leave it, stand back, watch it. Once you see that pressure going and it's going and it's going, now what you do, you can get your hand, course, you got gloves on for this. Get your hand and you start feeling for air. If you feel that air pushing through on the inside of the tank, that's where your level of your sand is at. Or some guys, they get a mallet, they get a rubber mallet, and they bang on it, and you can actually hear when it's empty. Like right now, it's empty. When it's full, you won't hear that. You'll hear more of a kind of thing. So basically, you get that going. Now, if you want, and you want to make it go a little bit faster, just a little bit faster, come over here to your number 3, and you open that sucker up 2 notches to where it's halfway open, or maybe even a quarter of the way open. Now you got your number 2 hopper emptying out, and you got your number 3 hopper emptying out. Once that all happens, you know, your number 3 is going to end up, even though you open your number 2 first, your number 3 is going to end up emptying out first. Why? Because it's closer to the end of that pipe. So now that you got your number, now let's say number 3's empty. Close it back up. Now you got your number 2 still going, your number 2 still going, right? You make sure that you check your line gauges. Make sure ain't nothing going wrong. Open up your number 1. Same way that you opened up number 3, open up number 1. Now, at this point, your number 1, if they loaded you, let's say at a 36, 37, or even 38, 10, 38 in the middle, 38,000, 38,000 pounds in the middle, 10,000 pounds in the back. If that's how they loaded you, this one's gonna be almost empty already. Your sand's gonna be almost right here, maybe a little bit higher, depending. So once your sand gets to right here, just go ahead and open that up. You know, go ahead and open it up halfway. This one's still not gonna finish first. Your number 2 at this point is probably gonna be around the same as your number 1. But I'll tell you what, your number 2 is still gonna empty first. Why? Because 1, it's closer to the thing, and 2, you've already had it open longer. So let's just say number 2 is finished. Close it back up. You have your number 1, right? It's half open. Open it all the way, and just sit back and relax. That's basically all you got to do. Yes, granted, you do have to check your line gauges at all times. You have to make sure that what I usually do is I come back here to the back of the trailer. There's going to be a hose sticking out of this pipe right here. There's going to be a 10-foot, 20-foot, maybe even you got your 10 and your 20 coming out of this hose. What I do is I grab that hose and I check to make sure that I can feel that sand hitting the walls of the hose. If I can feel that sand hitting the walls of the hose, then we're good. We're really good. So, and then on top of that, as long as this line pressure stays between that 8 and 10 and doesn't shoot up, you have no problems. You're good where you're at. I'm gonna close this back up. We're not gonna need this no more. So that's one thing. That's just for everybody out there that you know doesn't know how to or wants to learn a little bit about these trailers and stuff like that. Usually what I do with mine, I close all my valves, and sometimes I leave this one open, but this one I usually don't even touch it till I get to the well. So that's just usually how I leave it. So now to get down to, now you know how to do the work. Granted, you're going to be out you're going to be assigned to a trainer. In your own truck, you're going to be assigned to a trainer for 5 loads. Minimum of 4, but you want 5 loads. You want to make sure that you can do it right. Do the 5 loads. Even if your trainer says, oh man, you got it, don't worry about it. Nah, do that 5th load with it. 1, it's going to give you more money, and 2, it's going to make sure you're doing things right. Get back in the truck here. Ugh. And those tater tots are good. And look at that, I still don't got a load yet. That's all right though, because I still got to go shave, and then I'll call dispatch. So I got back in the truck and I did that. I started from the outside in on purpose. So now we're going to talk about your pay. We're going to talk about how much money can be made out here. We're gonna talk about how much money can be made out here right now. Um, we're gonna talk about all that. We're gonna touch on that right now. Um, so when you first start off, your first 60 days, you're gonna get paid 25% of the load. That may seem not like a lot. That may seem like, oh, you know what, they're cheating us out of money, this and that, whatever. Honestly, if that's what you think and that's how you feel, then you know what, that's how you feel. Um, I'm not gonna hold it against you. I'm sure the company's not gonna hold it against you either. I'm actually looking for paperwork about the pay situation. I know I have it. I just saw it last night. I don't know what I really did with it, to be honest with you guys. I think I'll probably stick it in here, but I can never be sure. I can never be 100% sure of what I did with this stuff. Oh, here it is. Yeah. All right. So for the first 30 days, you're gonna have 24%. Okay. I know I said 25, but this is what I meant. 24%. After the first 30 days, between 30 and 6 months, as you can see, you can get 25%. And then after that, going up to a year, you get 25 and a half. After that, going on 2 years, 26, and so on and so forth. As you can see, it's basically based on experience, and you get a sliding scale. Stevens, as far as I know, doesn't go up past 28%. But you know what? You can still make a lot of money, because this is what you're going to be making. These percentages right here, these numbers are what you're going to be making per load in different areas. Like, let's just say, trying to get a good load here. Well, not a good one, but I'm trying to see where that load is at that some of these guys are running right now. Oh, okay. So let's just say you're on this load right here. You're on this one for Lewis Energy down in Encinal, Texas. That's basically the name of the well. That's co-signing in the well site. So this is who basically you're running for. This is how much the company is charging these guys. Stevens is charging the co-signee or the company that they're hauling for this much money. So that's all you're getting for the first 30 days. And you know what? That's okay though. Because what's going on with this one is it's only 15 miles. You're only running like 15, 20 miles, maybe a little bit more, not much. And there's a very high turn. So in other words, what you're doing is you're picking up, dropping off, picking up, dropping off. These guys are running between 3, 4, 5 loads a day. I've heard of guys running 6, 7 loads a day. I don't know how true that is, but you know, that's the, actually, if I'm not mistaken, that is the lowest one on here. But those guys are hauling right now too. So I don't have any from up here that I've been running, but instead of showing you this chart, this is just basically a chart of, hey, you know what? This is what Stevens tanker is charging, all right here for these wells or whatever it is, and this is what you'd be getting paid. So you match up the well that you're going to the amount that they're charging, and then you come across here and you check how much you're getting paid, whatever tier you're at. So let's just say for this $1,300 load, even at 24%, you're still getting $324 a load. So let's just say you can only do one of those a day, which is more than likely, if you're running in Texas and you have Texas Cloud, you're gonna probably be able to do 2 of those a day, because when you stop, your clock stops. So that's how that works. But yeah, you're gonna get $324 per load. Let's just say times 2, you're getting around $648 every day if you can run 2 a day. That's a lot of money.
That's really decent, actually. And that's not even the highest paying one. There was another one that I had seen in here that's 480 bucks. Boom, right there. 480 bucks a day at 24%. Granted, this actually is like this. So at 480 bucks at 24%. That's basically all it is. And then of course you got your demerge and stuff like that. If you've been sitting up here for so long, all that other good stuff. So I'm gonna get down to my pay now. And y'all know that I like talking about my pay. Y'all know that I like doing stuff like that to show y'all exactly what's so that way y'all know I ain't bullshitting nobody. Just to be straight up with you guys. That's just how I am. I mean, I know the last time I didn't show any proof, but you know what? This time I'm gonna show y'all proof. So I'm gonna go to this last check that I just got. They sent us a bunch of messages, so I gotta find it first. I gotta take this call, guys, too. You know what? No, I'm not gonna take that call. I thought it was somebody important that I'm waiting for, but payroll issues, directions. I can't seem to find that. Where is it? See, I just got paid. This Friday. So usually when you get these messages, it'll say. Usually when you get these messages, it'll say like confidential or password protected or something like that, and your password's gonna be your. Oh, here you go, confidential. I had passed it up. So. So this is basically gonna be for this last week, right? So you go here and you type in your social. I'm not gonna show you that, even though it only comes out like that. I'm still not gonna show you that. So this right here was before taxes. Forget the per diem. Forget the reimbursement. Forget that deducted amount. Uh, Forget the advances. Forget the net. Forget all that. Okay. This is what we're looking at. Before taxes, $993.60. Before taxes. Okay. And that's because I think I only did 3 loads. I only did 3 loads out of the entire week, and that's what I got paid. And no, I didn't. Yes. No, I didn't get breakdown pay, actually. I did not get breakdown pay for that. I got reimbursements because, one, I paid for fuel out of my own pocket. Sometimes you do have to do that. But what you could do on that, you could in call, get an advance. That's what the advances are for. I don't know. You see there, 305. That's what the advances are for. Yes, there is a difference, but I kept some money out of that because I needed to eat, stuff like that. So anyway, I put like $160 in fuel, and then I paid like another $95 for a headlight because it wasn't working, and the shop took care of me after that. But they gave me that money back. I mean, you can see here everything that I had spent except for what I didn't turn in a receipt for. They gave me back. Of course, you got your per diem, which is $189. So, which is actually not taxed at all. And then of course you got your tax. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but yeah, it's broken up differently from what I'm used to. But yeah, anyway. So that's basically it, man. It's $993 for this last week, and I only ran like 3 loads, to be honest with you. And no, I didn't get breakdown pay. I didn't get any of that. So I took home like $950, all because of that per diem. And now I'm gonna show you. This is before I got the per diem. If I can find it, which I didn't delete these messages. I know I didn't. Um, I just passed one of the cash. I just passed both of the cash advances. Looking. I'm still looking, guys. I'm still looking. So hang on with me. Like I said, I'm looking for something that says confidential. There we go. I gotta put in my password for this one too. So this is before I show you this check. This is no per diem. This is working two loads out of the entire week. And it was just I had a lot of breakdown issues this week. This week that I'm about to show you. This is for check number 221. Boom. Nah, it's not a lot. I will say that right now. It is not a lot at all. You can see where nothing was deducted, but I was reimbursed. I bought some tools. There was no per diem on that one. Of course, you got your taxes, and then you got your net. So this is what you're making before taxes. That's what they took out. That's what you're getting back. That's what you're taking home. So we go back to the other one. That was like my second check. My first check was like, I don't know, $700 and something. I will show you that one if I can find it. On that one, I don't know exactly where it's at, but I know it's probably still on here. It should be still on here, actually. I don't think this thing deletes anything. Mind you guys, I'm fixing to go home this weekend too. So see, look, there you go. $956.28 is what I netted. So this is what I did before tax. The $993.60. That's what they took out in taxes, and that's what I brought home. $956.28. So see, guys, and like I said, that's only working like 3 loads out of the week. 3 loads out of the week. So yeah, there is money to be made out here, but you got to work at it. You can't just sit here and be asleep in the back. You can't do that. You can't, man. You got to hustle. The definition of hustle is to make money by any means necessary. So if you're going to be out there and you're going to be asleep most of the time, or you're going to be playing your PlayStation, your Xbox, your Nintendo, whatever the fuck you got in the back, man, get up and go work. I'm not kidding you, dude. We had so many people quit. This last, I want to say in the last week, we had so many people quit because they were complaining they weren't making money. Man, how are they complaining they're making money? They weren't making money? Why? Because they were either sitting on their butts, not doing anything. They weren't calling dispatch like I'm fixing to get to do. They weren't doing any of that. They were either asleep, or they were just complaining straight out that they weren't making any money. Or they were sitting in the shop just sitting there. You know, there was one guy I met that was just literally just sitting there, and he was like, well, my bunk heater don't work and this and that and all this other stuff. And yes, I can understand his concern. I get that, but why not just idle your truck? Tell me that. Why not just idle your truck? You can idle your truck, guys. Idle your fucking truck. It never turns off. Nothing special you got to do. Just turn the key, turn it on, and that's it. Don't turn off your truck to run your bunk heater. Don't turn off your truck to run your APU. Don't do any of that. Why? Because that's just, one, the APUs, yes, they work, but man, they're so dusty out here. It's dusty, really dusty. So don't worry about all that. Ooh, I got me mochi sticks. I went to Sonic and asked for mochi sticks, and they didn't know what mochi sticks were, so I had to tell them mozzarella sticks. That was actually pretty funny. But man, you don't. The only way not to make money out here, not call dispatch, go to sleep, stay asleep, don't worry about nothing. you know, all that other stuff. You know, no, you need to get, if you want to make money out here, you need to have the fire to make money. In other words, you know what, I got bills to pay. I got a little girl I got to take care of. All that other stuff too, man. I'm out here, I'm on the phone every single day, talking to dispatch, getting them to get me another load. Like, as a matter of fact, as soon as I finish this video, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not worried about shaved or anything, because honestly, yeah, you're supposed to, but I'm not really worried about it so much up here. But still, you know, I still need a shave regardless. But yeah, man, just, you want to make money out here? Get on the phone, call dispatch. Let them know, hey, I've been sitting for, I woke up about an hour and a half ago. 2 hours ago. I woke up 2 hours ago. And I'm sitting here waiting for a load. This is unacceptable for me. So what I'm fixing to do, I'm going to tell y'all, peace out later. And I'm going to call dispatch. I'm going to get me a load. I'm going to get to work, honestly. So I appreciate y'all's time. If you have any questions about getting into Steven's Tanker, hit me up in the comment section below. No questions, a stupid question. Just hit me up, man. I'll do my best to try to take care of you, and I'll do my best to get you in. You have to have 6 months experience. That's it. After that, honestly, in my personal opinion, if you ain't got 6 months experience, you shouldn't even be trying to get out here in the oil field. That's just my personal opinion. These roads will beat the shit out of your truck. These roads are very challenging. It's very narrow. Sometimes you got two semi trucks one passing the other, one coming one way, one going the other way. It's very challenging, and that's what I like about being out here. It's not because of the money. Yes, I do love the money. Don't get me wrong in that, but it's because of the challenge. I like the challenge. I like to be out here on these dirt roads and, hey, you know what? There's a big old pothole right there. Is there another way around it? Or, oh shit, there's another truck coming. Let me move over, try not to tip on a full load. You know. So yeah, man, it's a challenge out here. But you gotta do what you gotta do to make money. So right now, I'm gonna tell you guys, peace out. Y'all take care. Y'all drive safe. And if y'all have any questions, man, hit me up in the comment section below. I want to give a shout out to Alex at the Asian My Show. I'm actually gonna probably plug him in this video too. We'll see what's up with that though. So man, just whatever, man. Deuces. I'll catch y'all later. I'm about to get